Sam Spence in the background here. NFL music. Going like it is. Thanksgiving Day here. 2022. Always spelled playoff time for me. I know what the actual name now. It's a little different, but when the season used to start Labor Day weekend, the old days. Thanksgiving time was definite playoff time. Now it's in January, so it's a little different. Dave Scholl telling like it is. Happy Thanksgiving. Here it is at 11:34 on the East Coast. A couple of things from the NFL last week. Dallas beat the crap out of my Vikings. Chris Carter, by the way. Not giving up on that yet. Good news is we got our ass kicked, so I don't the other thing is, I'm so out of it, the rest of our players in the head. Could be some left tackle, so it's going to hurt. Sure. Here in New York, Zach Wilson has become the Antichrist, so the fact that they only scored 3 points is only him. I realize that against that many wide receivers that I didn't see open. I watched that game. So New York fans in full panic spoil mode as the Giants and the Jets lost last week. The sky fell. But again, if the Jets return that punt, it's 10-3. Is Zach Wilson still playing today? Damn right he does. Which just goes to show you how stupid this all is. Now, if you want to sit him, go ahead and sit him. But you're not going to get any better on the bench. We have this glorified love affair with Mike White, who threw 4 picks the last game he played. I know that. And Joe Flacco's a flower, so I wouldn't put him in there. He could give a crap. He's just collecting a check at this point. We've seen that with Denver. We've seen it with the Jets. He doesn't give a crap. So I wouldn't even bother. But hey, if they win that game on a punt return, he's still playing for it. And they won despite him as the talk, and we got to be careful. So it just goes to show you. The quarterback thing is always overhyped, and that's why they get paid so much. Well, Kirk Cousins, better numbers last year, but we were 4-6. This year we're 8-2. Better numbers last year. So he's played better last year, but hey, people have these mythologies that the quarterback is responsible to win, and that's great if they are. But then again, the statistics and the numbers can always back that up. Remember, Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl. That's all you need to say about that. So here we are on a big week of NFL football. Like I said, happy Thanksgiving. Some big games. A lot of fun. A lot of fun out there in football land. So first thing we got to do here, pull up the standings. We got the Bills at the Lions at noon. When was the last time we said this? Lions coming on a 3-game winning streak. It's very impressive. Coming on that 3-game winning streak in 4-6. And the NFC has some low records. If the Lions could ever get on a run here, be a live dog for the playoffs here. 3-game winning streak. Bills brass really dropped the ball here. So you know last week on Wednesday that you got to get to Detroit. Now, can anybody in the whole organization look at the goddamn schedule and realize that you're probably not going to want to go back to Buffalo through all the snow and the cleanup and get your stuff and then go back, which they've had problems with. They've had logistical nightmares. Why didn't someone say we're going to stay in Detroit the whole week? Did anybody look at the schedule and realize that the Bills are playing in Detroit all week? You have 8 billion people on your staff that are overpaid to wear a tie and put gel in their hair, and yet nobody thought about this. Nobody thought, hey, bring enough stuff so we can keep you there for a week and a half. So you don't have to discombobulate your week. Maybe get a solid week of practice rather than go back, worry about your family, go back again, have a solid week of practice. Remember, athletes are about routine. I coach too. High school kids are about routine as well. Playing after school is a much better routine for them than playing over a break. It's not even close. The statistics are alarming in my experience over the years especially. So they like the rhythm. But you know what? Nobody thought about that. Duh. I mean, I tell you, the Lions are a live dog today in this game. First of all, at home, they play hard for Campbell. They're starting to believe, and I always say it, believe team that believes is a dangerous team. And the Bills are a little bit overrated. I hate to say it. 7-3. Lions 4-6. Bills are not good close games. We talked about that last week. I mean, I'm looking for the Bills to get right here, but I tell you what, this is going to be an interesting game at noon. Big game of the day. Biggest game of the weekend, I think, is the Giants at the boys, all 7-3. I think both of them are going to be playoff teams, but the Giants are so banged up, and you hate to see this spin out of control. Missing so much of your offensive line. This is not the team that leads the NFL in sacks that you want to be missing your offensive liners. We saw what they did last week against the Vikings, whose offensive line only had a holding penalty until last week. Finally got a holding penalty. I wish we would have held because Kirk was running for his life. But Micah Parsons is all over the place. They got Diggs in the secondary. I mean, they're a tough team. You got Lawrence. I mean, they're a tough team. This is a very good football team. But this is typical Cowboys. This is typical Cowboys. They lose to the Pack the week before. This is a typical Cowboy team that let you down here. In the past, they let you down. Giants, though, is just so banged up. I think the boys almost win by default. But this is what a Mike McCarthy team does, especially with and Cowboy teams in the last 15 years. Especially when you think you got the Cowboys figured out, they'll find a way to let you down. I just don't think the Giants have enough weapons on the field for the Cowboys to let you down. They might let you down in their play, but I feel like the Cowboys will find a way to win this game this week. Pats at my Vikes. Giant game for the Vikes. Awful Vikes week. Left tackle Darashaw is out. The Pats play a great game plan. Belichick's the best at it. They're going to play D and they're going to run the ball. The Vikings have not been great versus the runner. Defense is in the bottom third, pretty much in almost every defensive metric in the league. For arguing with Viking fans, they kind of played that game on the offense last week. Defense sucked too. They both sucked. But Viking fans have an agenda. It's like the anti-Kirk brigade. Kirk Cousins running for his life last week. So it's a statement game for my Vikes. They got to be mature. It is a home game. You can still win the division by default, but still, you want to not get any lower than a 2 seed here. Right now, if you're playing the 2 seed, you get to host the Seahawks, which is still a very young team. I know they've had a great year, and Pete Carroll's a great coach. Much rather host the Seahawks than some of these other options. So, if I'm the Vikes, I got to get to 9-2 this week. I know it's a primetime game, so you can know the Kirk Cousins bull crap about primetime games. Maybe the team is supposed to be primetime games. We'll listen to your stats. Also, I'll play with the Redskins. So, big game for the Vikes and the Pats. I'm just afraid of Belichick. I'm afraid that O'Connell doesn't freeze up like McVay in the Super Bowl and just be so much in awe of Bill that he gets out coached. And that defensive coordinator again, 3rd and long, has been a nightmare for us. And we've got to make some adjustments because Bill's going to take the play clock and manage it like a real coach. It's going to shorten it up. The old crap bowl, the little poop bowl game, this is the toilet bowl game of the day. You got the 3-7 Broncos and the 3-8 Panthers. Who gives a crap? Russell Wilson looks like crap. You get Sam Darnold's playing again, so that's not a good sign. This is not a good game. Really a meaningless game. Both 3-8, 3-7, 3-8. The crappiest game of the weekend. Nobody cares. This is a Sunday game. Bucks 5-5. Browns 3-7. Mediocre bowl. Like I said, the Bucks can win by default that division. I'll tell you, it's the worst division in football. It's proven to be right again here in town like it is. It's not even close. That division is horrendous. The Browns, you really feel for them. A win here or there and not blowing a late lead. All of a sudden, they get Deshaun Watson back. They could have had a shot, but at 3-7, they buried the AFC. Looks like the playoffs will be much harder to make by record standard than in the NFC. So this game, it's almost Deshaun time. Like I said, you're excited. The Bucks have gotten some receivers back. They've got a little bit healthier on defense. I expect them to go into Cleveland and be mature and take care of business and get over 500, and all of a sudden they'll have a chance to roll from there because, like I said, their division is just horrendous. Then we got the Ravens 7-3, who I think is definitely a team that can get to the Super Bowl against the 3-7 Jags, who are Jekyll and Hyde right now. Ravens Super Bowl contender, like I said, Jekyll and Hyde for the Jags. I don't know we're getting at Trevor Lawrence, but Peterson can always call a great game against a great defense. He's seen it before. He's done it before. I'd like the Ravens to be mature in this game, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Jags had a shot late. They are getting better. And if they lose a couple more games and have an early draft pick, this team is really going to be a problem next year. There's no way to avoid it. The team that will get the first pick this year is the Texans, 1-8-1, the Dolphins 7-3. The Dolphins are going to get to 8-3, and this team is going to be a crap. They shouldn't even be 8-3. They should be a lot better than 8-3. They have so many injuries. They're going to cash in and get to 8-3. And they're going to be heard from. Them, the Chiefs, and the Ravens, I think they're the best teams in the AFC. And some other teams, I feel like the Bills will be heard from as well. But again, this is going to be interesting. I don't feel like anybody, is really that strong. I mean, the Titans, I think, are 8 or 7-3. But nonetheless, they're putting in front of them. But again, their game plan, we'll get to them in a minute. But I think that the Dolphins have definitely be heard from down the line. Bears 3-8 versus the Jets 6-4. Hunt returns Zach's fault, accordingly, of course. We know Zach didn't play well, but Jesus, who the hell was open? I don't know. He would be playing, I think, if they won the game, but he didn't win the game. So the Bears 3-8. Looks like Fields is not playing. At the 6-4 Jets, Mike White, like I said, I'm happy with Mike White. He seems like a nice guy, but he did throw 4 picks last time he played. We'll get a love affair with him. It's okay that he throws 4 picks, but not when Zach throws 3 picks. Whatever. fans are just illogical. There's not a lot of logic, especially here in New York fans, and Jet fans are the most negative people I've ever heard in my life. So this should be a fun game on Sunday. Jets really need it. I feel like the AFC, like I said before, the AFC playoff number is going to be a little higher, so if the Jets don't get this game, even just the playoffs go by. They still have 2 with the Dolphins. They got 1 with the Bills. They still got some really tough games left. You need to get to 7-4 if you have a chance. I feel like 10-7 should get you in, but it might not. So you don't get this one, you get to 7-4. You're not going to get to 6-5 and go 10-7. So Jets really got to have this game this week. Got to be mature and see if you're good enough. The Bears' defense is not good. Bears' offense without Fields is not good. Jets need to win the game. The all confusing bowl. Bengals 6-4 at the Titans 7-3. 54% of Titans' offense comes from Henry. Bengals some days are hard to watch. You keep waiting for them to take off. Chase still out, but you feel like the Bengals, definitely a dangerous team. But you just feel like they keep shooting themselves in the foot. So the Bengals are trying to get to 7-4. Titans are going to cruise in that division. That division is already over pretty much. I don't see anybody getting in the way over there. Colts are definitely not catching it. Rosie stepped in the booth. Hey, Rosie. She's getting an extra biscuit here today. Hey, my girl. Beautiful dog here, Rosie. Happy Thanksgiving, Rosie. So Bengals and Titans, fun stuff. 6-4, 7-3. Nice game. Falcons have a chance to sneak in. If they want to have any chance at a wild card, they got to win this game. I don't think an NFC South team could get a wild card. This division is atrocious. But hey, if they beat the Commanders today, they'd have a tiebreaker with them on Sunday, I should say. And they both beat 6-6. This is the last chance for wild card. Redskins have really stepped up. They're hot. Young's back on the defense. They've done a good job. Taylor Heineke's done a good job. Got Carson Wentz to go shopping somewhere else. Commanders definitely are a threat. Like I said, I thought that was the best defense we played until last week when I saw the Cowboys defense. I thought the Skins definitely have some talent. Chargers 5-5 at the Cards 4-7. This is the suck bowl. Chargers are so much better than that. I think coach has to go in for if they can get it done this year. This team should be winning games. And last week they got the Chiefs by the balls. They let them off the hook. The Cardinals just so frustrating. Murray didn't seem like he's been rushed to get back. Hopefully he gets back. But both these teams are so talented. You just keep waiting for them to pop, but it never happens. Chargers, the clock is just ticking on the Chargers. They just can't wait this long. Something's got to get done here. I think both these teams are in the same. Raiders 3-7 at the Seahawks 6-4. Old AFC West rivals for you young people back in the old days. The Seahawks were in the AFC West. Let's see if the Seahawks are for real. Let's see if the Seahawks are mature enough to get to 7-4 here. If they get to 7-4, I think, like I said, 10 of the NFC should definitely let you in. So the Seahawks get to 7-4. I think they will get in at that point. And they should win this game. Raiders have been bad, but the Raiders are dangerous. Rams 3-7 at the Chiefs 8-2. I mean, this game would have been scheduled for a great game. They would have definitely moved this game if they had a chance. But looking at the 3-7 record of Rams, you're not going to prime time this game. You're definitely not going to move it. Kupp and Stafford, or Cooper Kupp is gone. Stafford is banged up. Chiefs all day in this one. I mean, hopefully the Chiefs just take care of business. This would be a great knockout pool pick if you still have the Chiefs left. This year, I think it's been abysmal for knockout pools, so who knows? The Saints at 4-7, not walking into a good place. I feel like the Niners are the highest team in the NFC, even higher than the Eagles, who should have lost last week. The Niners, to me, are definitely going to the NFC Championship game. They'll probably play the Eagles if I had to guess today, but who knows? Lots can change between now and January. We'll find out. But I feel like the Saints are walking into a bad place with Christian McCaffrey, a great man for the 49ers, and Jimmy G, very consistent. So much for Trey Lance, huh? Told you, overrated. Packers at the Eagles, 4-7, walking into the Eagles, 9-1. Thumb of Aaron Rodgers, is he healthy? Watson seems to have gotten it going. You don't want this game to be close late if you're an Eagle fan, because Aaron Rodgers can still beat you late. It seems like Watson is catching on here. The Eagles are very mature. They could lose late. They could have lost last week. They got up off the deck. Jalen Hurts showing why I feel he's an MVP candidate, showing great leadership, very tough individual, tough-minded, all the things you want in a quarterback. Definitely has a shot this week to get his team to 10-1. Anytime you're 10-1, you're really excited about that. We have seen 10-1 teams collapse over the years. 86 Jets, by the way. So, Eagles maturity. We'll see how mature they are. They're good on both sides of the ball. And when you look at the Eagles, there's so much talent on both sides of the ball. And they're balanced. And that's the dangerous part right there. And then, of course, we got the Monday night game of crap Steelers at the Colts, who should have won last week. At them and Jeff Saturday 2-0. A lot of people would owe Jeff an apology. They are playing better with him, so maybe they do owe him an apology. Maybe he's like Steve Kerr, they need the coach first. I would have gone with John Fox, but what the hell? We'll see if we can't think outside the box. But the Colts blew the lead late, and they have played better on Saturday. Steelers pick is dangerous, but again, it's a tough game last week with the Bengals. couldn't get it done, but he is learning on the job. This is the best way to be if you're the Bengals. And if you're the Steelers and you're going to lose, this is the best way to lose. You're giving this quarterback a lot of opportunities. You could see that he's going to be all right, maybe in the long run. So you're ready and you try to reload for next year, get a good draft pick. You have a chance to win this game, but if you don't, 3-8. Steelers with all the success they've had over the years, I know 3-8 isn't in their DNA, but it might be time for them to look at their DNA again. But the thing is, it's really tough. So if you look at the playoff picture here, check it out if you go today. If the playoffs will play, which of course they're not. We've got to do it for the fans. So we would have the Chiefs with the bye. The Dolphins will be playing the Bengals, which would be an amazing game. Tennessee would be playing New England, another great game. And the Baltimore would play the Bills, and you lose really one excellent team, 4 and 5 seeds. That would be a shame because one of those really good teams is out. In the NFC, we would have the Eagles with a bye. The Vikes would play the Seahawks, which I would like. The Giants would play the Niners, which is a really rough matchup, and the Bucs would play the Cowboys. And again, if you look at who else is in the mix, like I said, I think the Commanders are going to make some noise and sneak in there. The Falcons are on the edge of being out. Looks like the Pack and the Cardinals are going to be done forever, basically. And the Falcons, like I said, are hanging in there. The Lions 4-6. They would have to get this game today. And if you look at the bottom of the AFC is kind of separated itself from the Jets right now. On the outside looking in already, got to have this game today. Like I said, 6-4, Chargers 5-5. So I think those two have a shot. But really after that, it's going to be tight. So it's going to be a fun race to the finish here. So it's going to be a great day of football here. Hopefully, we get some turkey, get some rest. Right in the middle of high school basketball season. Scrimmages abound. Season starts up next Friday for the Sharks. Looking forward to that. It's a great day outside. Nice weather here at 50 degrees. It's sunny out there in New York. Just went for a walk on the beach. So, great time of year. Playoff football in the air. I'd like to wish everybody here a happy Thanksgiving time like it is. Girl Rosie just left. She left the booth. So we'd like to, I'll tell you, help us on Spotify. Definitely watch us, listen to us on iHeartRadio, Twitter, Facebook, got them all, Instagram. Let us know what you think. Love to have you on if you got something to talk about, football related, and we'll go from there. So you guys all have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and we'll see you next time.